It's a joke, Mike.
How do you turn it on?
I'm gonna hold on before, sorry.
Okay, I will now turn my mic off. And what's your name?
Tomorrow. I'll just do that one first.
What's your name?
She's asking your name.
What's your name? What's your name? Ashley. Ashley, everybody. Okay, sorry. Please. Cheers.
E.T. phone home. That one's very hard to do. I can't really talk very long.
That's one of the hard ones to do. I'm gonna do another one. This is a cartoon voice I developed. It's a very like helium high pitch.
Hello, everybody. I'm Wally. La 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 la. This is the real the whole house. Can't put voice name. And I have to go on and on and on. It's like, it really kills her.
So yeah, that's like another one. I can also do an old man and a woman, but I don't think you want to hear that one.
I
Which one?
want to hear it.
Which one?
I want to hear the old woman first.
Wow, we can go on to, oh, it's a puppy. Oh, hello, little puppy. Oh, and now, what are we doing over here? Oh, a strange pretty lady. Hi, how are you, young lady? Oh, my, you have beautiful hair. Who are you again?
So yeah. Her name is Bertha, by the way.
Oh,
I name my voices.
You have a whole backstory for Bertha. She's
Actually, there is. She was born in Canada.
Oh, yeah?
She's an immigrant.
Oh, great. I think it's necessary. You should have backstory. Bertha's very interactive. She's curious about your hair. It's great.
Yeah, she's very curious about my hair. She's like who's spaghetti going?
Oh. How about the old man?
Okay, he's holding me in Jake, and I have to actually get into a stance. I'm gonna look like a retard, so don't mind.
You mean a middle music.
Where's my cane? I need a cane. Oh, there's a big green cane over here. Hello, can you be my cane? Oh, I don't know who you are. Oh, a tiara. Oh, who are you again? You know what? My niece was a really good person. Are you my niece? I don't know. Are you?
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, good. What's his name?
Mr. Jenkins.
Mr. Jenkins found his niece. So that's a happy ending, guys. Not that, yeah. The best
Then
thing.
they all blow up and die.
So yeah.
Yay! Give him a big hand, everybody. Oh my gosh, this is, okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm
picking up it on YouTube.
Do you know the Roman Empire's mine?
Yeah.
Did you do it for her? Because she's asking you to.
Italy, I love you.
I'm talking about Bertha, but I won't. Ashley Rome. We could be very interactive that way, yes?
And, have you watched Death Note?
No, I've signed a lot of Death Note. I've signed a lot of stuff, but I haven't actually seen it before.
Anybody here seen Death Note?
Everyone else bumped me.
I can do the kiddo laugh.
I see your breath doing it. I see your breath doing it.
Everyone, aren't you?
I'm getting it on video.
Don't make her laugh. It won't work.
You stopped short like, you looked up and was like, yeah. I do, Maple Leaf. What's up?
Okay, I have a question. I'm doing a video for YouTube. I do one for every convention, and I was wondering, since you're the only one from Italia, and the Wicked Italy's not here, could you say Hasta la Pasta in Holy Roman Empire's voice, please?
Well, only because Italy's not here. Say, hasta la pasta.
Hasta la Pasta.
Hasta la pasta.
You're welcome.
Really screeches. That wasn't a scream, it was a screech.
Or a squeak.
Is it overnight now?
It's got to be rewinding those, a tape. A bit more down. There, I did that.
I know yesterday you said you had seen DBZ Bridge, and...
I've seen clips, but not, you know.
But, like, could you do the Mr. Popo's pecking order line?
No, because I don't know the pecking order. I
tell you
know
the pecking order.
stools involved.
It's you, the dirt, the ones in the dirt, Popo stool, Tommy, then Popo.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's I don't remember it still. I mean, you know it to a T, but I know, you know, like I said, there's Kami Stool. I know that when he goes gardening, his gardening is, you know, what is gardening is questionable. I know that he's a hardcore taskmaster.
He actually admits it. In one of the episodes, he's like, "What are you growing? Pot."
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to throw it out, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, I have a friend who played Chris Rager, who does a great job playing Hercule or Mr. Satan. And when he goes to a con, he's asked to say one thing: mahogany. Mahogany. And then they love it. Yes? What time is it? Hammer time. Hold on. It is not. Oh, don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. It's 11:30. It's time for you to go because you're going to get free hugs at 11:30. All right. Well, it's hug time. Bye. Oh, you got to hug people on the way out.
I have for you.
Oh, please.
I hugged them a bazillion times yesterday.
Hug time. Now, can't fit. It's going to be great. So, not just the first row. Everyone gets
a hug. Everybody gets a hug!
And you get a hug. You get a hug.
Hey! You get a hug back in the mail. You get a hug back in the mail.
Holler!
Bye!
Did you say hugs out? Yeah. Oh my gosh, you can't leave. Okay. They've opened the door. We're going to release the gas. The toxic gas. That didn't sound good at all. Oh my gosh. Yes?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Okay, yes. The door was weird.
I have to go because I have baby withdrawals, but did you try the milk coffee?
Everyone here has had milk pocky. It's a delight. I liked it. It made my throat a little scratchy at first, but then I got into it. So it was good. I liked it. In fact, I put it up on my little Chris Cason Anime Chuckle Huts Facebook page. I took a picture of it and put it up there. I'm taking a poll to see who's had sweet milk pocky before. So far, it's really doing well. A lot of people have already had it. It's a delight. I also like chocolate. I like chocolate coconut cover. It's my favorite, but it's right up there. So, what was your baby's name?
Topanga.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's cute. All right. And was there a question about things? Yes.
What would you do for a contact bar?
Oh, what can I do? They're delicious. What? Yeah, I would go to a store and purchase a Klondike bar. I know it's kind of a lame answer, and to prove it, how about a sound effect for the Klondike bar? Who knows what it is? I don't.
For a Klondike bar.
Would you beat up yourself?
It's over 9,000! Obviously, there's a correlation there that I don't know about. I just got some coins. Okay, cool. I spent some coins. For a Klondike bar. And it was a question about stuff and things or stuffing things, yes?
Actually, this is for a friend of mine. Could you say Frankie looks sexy in a miniskirt?
Frankie?
In Napa? Do Napa's voice?
Do someone else's voice?
Yeah, one of the DBC characters did.
I didn't do that.
Coco.
You did Coco.
Thank you for that. Can you do that for Frankie?
Is Frankie a good person?
Yes, he's in New York. Sadly, he can't be here. Yes, he is the boy.
Yeah, Frankie. I thought it was a dude.
Could you zoom in?
Okay,
Yeah, I
Frankie
am.
looks dead sexy in a miniskirt, right?
Yeah. We're getting video of this. Just like wait.
Wait, sorry. Is it happening now?
Ready?
Frankie looks dead sexy in a miniskirt. Yay!
Thank
It's like an exorcism. You're welcome. Oh my gosh, it's too early for this, obviously. Yeah, you know. Anyone has a question while I sit up here and tap dance, wondering what's going on, asking myself personal questions? Oh my gosh, yes? Have you enjoyed the con so far? I really have. I've never done a con in Florida before, and it's really, really cool. It makes me want to certainly come back and check it out next year and hang out this year for the rest. Like, this is interesting, like I said. I thought today is the most that I'll be doing because it's this one, hanging out for the next panel, a signing, and then voice actors farewell panel.
I can't
So
wait.
it's
I
like-
want to stay here.
Surprise, that one.
Thank you for doing that.
So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. And the weather's nice. It always feels good to see palm trees. It sounds corny, but when I see a palm tree, I always feel happy. So I know it's embarrassing to admit.
Apparently you've never been through a hurricane. They're flying past your bedroom window. Those aren't very happy. Yes, they do. But,
You've had palm trees fly past your bedroom window?
Yes.
I have before, yes, whenever it was a hurricane.
Oh my gosh.
Two palm trees fly by my window.
I'm gonna sound like a huge moron, but I was shooting a paintball gun during a hurricane once.
Oh my god.
We were out in my neighbor's yard, and they were like, "Hey, there's a porta potty across the street. Who wants to shoot it with a paintball gun?" So we sat up in his yard and shot at it.
You went to a paintball fight during a hurricane?
Yeah, we just
Man, you're rock and roll. See, you don't care. It's like, come bring it, Mother Nature. I got a paintball gun.
That's scary.
Look, all I have to deal with in Texas is tornadoes. But it's funny because in Texas, of course, there are almost zero basements where we obviously need them the most. So it's just, and they always tell you in a tornado, they say to go into your bathtub and put a mattress over you in the bathtub. And I thought, well, a tornado is shooting telephone poles through cars, but somehow this mattress, okay. Whatever they say. Yeah. Like, I think it's just a placebo until I meet my bitter end. Yes?
Me?
Yeah.
How did you get into voice acting?
How did I get into voice acting? I was an actor in Dallas, and I guess I still am. And I had a friend who said, hey, you should audition for... What he said was, hey, they're doing cartoons in Fort Worth. You should audition. I did. It was fun, is what he said. Called them cartoons. We didn't know. I think they might have been back when they were still calling it Japanimation. I'm not sure. So anyway... I go to this really scary, dusty, nasty-looking bank building in the middle of nowhere, and I go and I see a bunch of pieces of paper with crazy-looking faces on it, and it had a breakdown of, what the character was about, what he said. They're called audition sides. And I went in, I auditioned for a bunch of different characters, went home, had lunch, and thought, well, that was weird. Whatever. This will never work. And then a week later, I got a call, and they said, hey, you're Tien Shinhan, Mr. Popo in Dragon Ball Z. I said, okay, and hung up the phone. And then I got called in to to come in and record this thing, and I thought it was weird, and I thought, because if you'd seen where it was and the way things looked, it looked really low tech to say the least, and I thought, well, this is like some fly-by-night company, but at least these checks are clear, ding! And then it turned out, it was on TV, and it blew up, and, but I will say, I think it's interesting, and the friend who said that was Mike McFarland, who became Master Roshi and Yajirobe and a bunch of different characters. He's also a director, still, and an actor. But it's just interesting, there should be a separate panel on the characters that we didn't get. Because, for example, Sean Schimmel, Goku, didn't just audition for Goku, he auditioned for other characters too. I auditioned for Goku, Krillin, a bunch of different characters, so did Mike, so did all these people. And it's just weird to find out who got what and why. So that's kind of, maybe I'll do a panel like that someday. But yeah, we all auditioned for quite a few characters for that show. Yes?
How did you get started doing Holy Roman Empire's voice?
Well, my usual regimen of push-ups and sit-ups in the morning. I don't know, Kegels. Well, as far as how I got started, I mean, I auditioned like anyone else. I was called in to audition for Natalia, and I went into the lobby of Funimation, and they said, okay, your time is at 3:15. Then you should go in at about 15 minutes at a time. So mine was at 3:15, so I got there at 3, opened up a notebook and looked at all the different characters, and just picked 3, and went in there and did my best. And thought, because when you, Funimation or any kind of acting in general, you have to be auditioning and have to be, hitting the pavement all the time. That way, if you throw enough noodles at the wall, 1 or 2 will stick. So in this case, I went in there and I auditioned, and they called me back and said, yeah, we want you to do Holy Roman Empire. I said, cool. And I looked at it, I said, these little. And so, and I really didn't know enough, I didn't know a lot about the show going into it, nor did I know how big it was. Wait, that's not true. I did know how big it was, because I remember being at a con about a year before we recorded it, Funimation recorded it. I was at a con, and one night there was a line all the way down the hall, wrapped around the corner. And we said, I asked somebody, what is this for? They said, Italia screening. I said, oh man. And I was with Wendy Powell, who plays Envy, Fullmetal Alchemist. And she said, we have got to get in this show. She said, that's the one to be in. We've got to get in Italia. And I said, okay, if Funimation gets it, whatever. Well, they did get it, and I ended up being in the show, so I'm really happy. But yeah, I knew it was popular. I wasn't sure. Oh, I didn't know a lot about it, but I'm happy I'm in it. Yes? Yeah.
Okay. Two questions. My first one is, I heard the commentary that I get the collector's DVD for the Hitalia. I think I had you sign it.
That's right.
And I know that the show's very offensive. Were you personally offended by anything in the show, or did you kind of just let it brush off your shoulder?
No, I don't get offended by it. No, I mean, I'd already done Shin-Chan where they're talking about, you know, I mean, if you'd already done Shin-Chan talking about, you know, Strawberry Shortcake, Rusty Trombones, and the elephant dance and all that stuff, then when it came to, I mean, this is a different kind of offensive, but I think as long as you're, you know, halfway intelligent and you don't, like, as long as that show doesn't promote, like, if you don't watch it and laugh and then go on about your life, if you watch it and go, I hate other people based on where they're from, as long as you don't actually watch the show and it influences you like an idiot, and you can take it for what it is and just laugh, then I think it's funny. So.
Okay, my second question is...
Oh, and by the way, that's why I'm doing... Clever Roman Empire, by the way, is not obviously an authentic accent. It's me really being broad and sort of making fun of it, which was my idea. So, you know, it's me doing a bad accent to underline how ridiculous the show is. But anyway.
Okay, my second question is, with the Holy Roman Civitalia scene, whenever Civitalia is saying goodbye to Holy Rome, did you see the kiss scene? And if so, did you get either grossed out by it, or were you just like, just vomit?
I've never vomited while recording. There were some stories about people passing out while recording I can tell you about. But
I believe it.
It was a Dragon Ball Z. But at least two people that I know of, one of which was Sean Shemlasko, who passed out. But anyway, no, I wasn't, oh my gosh, all right, and I just did it. I mean, it was just like other comedies like that are sort of like edgy. I just watched it with, wow, I'm about to, okay. I mean, it was like that. And yeah, it was really funny. Although sometimes, see what they'll do is, in your ear they'll play the pre-roll. If any of the actors have recorded already, you can hear a few of them in your ear before you record, along with the beeps. And sometimes the lines right before what you're going to say make you not be able to record because you're laughing. And then you have to do it over and go, okay, I can do it this time. And that happened a couple times with that show.
Did Civitalia go before you?
It depends, just on the scheduling.
No, I mean with the kiss scene, did you hear Civitalia's voice actor before?
Rena?
Yeah.
Yes.
You did?
Yeah, Rena was already there. But of course, that's a funny story too, because as a director, oh, this is interesting. Okay, real quick story. So this is more of a director thing, but I directed a show called Balder Force EXE or EXP. Balder Force, BALDR. Anyway, it was a 3-episode OVA, and in the show, somehow I got the part of a villain called Genha. Anyway, my friend is Brina Palencia in real life, but in the show, he violently rapes this character that Brina happened to play.
Oh, God.
Well,
Oh, dear God.
I recorded my part already, and then it was Brina's turn to come in and be the second half of the rape. So I'm in there, and she comes in, and it's, like I said, it's kind of, like, it's not, believe me, I wish it were funny, normally it would be, but this was very, like, it was not done for laughs, it was kind of, I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So I'd done all my part already, and so all she had to do was fill in the other half of the ridiculous, painful rape. So she goes in, and I go, okay, cool, let's get started, and we're going along, and she's, you know, being raped by my voice, which is weird. And the only time that we were both being very professional above board, acting like we weren't doing what we were doing to get through it. Because obviously if we sat and talked about it, we'd be like, what are we doing with our lives? Anyway, the only time it got weird was when she did a take, and I went, okay, that was great, Brina. Can you give me one more, this time, could you give me a little more crying? That was a little dark. But I asked her to cry a little more as she was being, well, whatever. So, and the only way that could have been even more awkward, and it could have been, her brother just started working at Funimation as an engineer. If he was sitting here, and his sister was there, and whatever. So that was, that was a close watch. So yeah, luckily that didn't happen. But he was right down the hall, and could have been odd, but whatever. To this day, I don't think he's watched it, but whatever. I don't really watch that particular scene anymore. It's pretty gruesome. Anyone else with a question? Not about rape? Oh, wait, that was me. That was my fault. Yeah, you with the hair and the pink.
Okay, so, I have 2 questions. Who else did you audition
audition for Italia?
England, Italy, and Germany, and I think that was it. I think we normally only do 3 or 4 because they only have time for 3 or 4, and I think it was that group right there. So yeah. And what was the second question?
How do you audition for voice acting?
How do you audition?
Yeah, like where do you find them?
Where do you find them?
I guess.
Well, in the case of, normally you would have, if you have an agent, you know, it's your agent's job to get the call and they send you out on auditions. That's their bread and butter, it's what they do for a living. But in my case, I don't have an agent, although I might get one, because I've just been in the Funimation, I've been in the funny farm for so long. I'm sort of in the circulation there, as I call it. But what I do is, the talent coordinator, Tara Williams, I get a text from her and they say, hey, so-and-so is auditioning for a show. And then I go, cool, I can do it at this time. And then I show up earlier than I'm supposed to be there, look over the audition sides, and get it ready, pick 3 characters, and then go in, and the director sort of directs you how he wants, you know, it to sound. So you go in there with your idea, and then he tells you back it off, make it higher or lower, and all that, and you do it. Sometimes the director, I mean, I know this because I directed for a while, sometimes the director will just say certain things in an audition to see if you're directable. Like he'll say, give it to me one more, but this time a little angry, a little villainous, whatever, to see if you're able to do, you know, if you're able to make that connection in your head. When he says, do it this way, if you can do it that way, he needs to know that. So sometimes that's what he's doing. And sometimes he's just being a jerk. So it depends. But usually it's for a good cause. But that's how we do it in Funimation. So, yeah, yes?
Aside from just voice acting and regular acting, are there any roles that you've declined or turned down or regretted doing? You know, anything like that to that extent?
Stuff that I regretted doing? Or stuff that I found out about later that I regretted not being a part of?
No, like certain roles you've gotten, you're like, oh, I did this role and I kind of regret it. Even though it's a paid job, you kind of regret doing the role. Or are there any roles you've turned down before?
There was, I've never turned down a role. Even if they come in and tell me I'm going to die today, I'm like, this is a good day to die. Even then I went, oh! And cha-ching. No, but the one that really, there was one show that Funimation actually did where, and I'm not going to tell you the title, obviously. I came in to do, you know, it was just a day, like an episodic character, and I said, okay, sure, it sounds like fun. I got to do the part. It's very mundane. It's like, okay, I mean, it could have been in any show, but it was just a quick part. I said, okay, because at Funimation they have 6 studios running at the same time, so in one day, in 4 hours, you might jump from booth to booth doing different shows, so it's hard to keep up. I went in to do this one, and I went, okay, cool, I left, and then 5 months later I get this mass email that said, I just wanted, you know, to include you as part of this mass email. The anime that you worked on includes some scenes of pedophilia. Would you like to have, or something that sort of looks like pedophilia-ish? Not, it has adult subject matters that deal with children. And I went, and they said, do you want us to maybe remove your name from the credits? I said, yes. But I didn't know. I mean, I basically came in and just had a scene, you know, at a table talking to somebody, and it turns out like the scene right after that was like, yeah. So it's like, wow, I went from rape to, what a great morning. But so yeah, in that case, I did say I don't want to be part of that. But you know, some people. So I became like cason instead. Very clever. Anyone else with a question about? Yeah.
What was the transition like between voice acting and directing? Did Funimation ask you after a certain time, do you want to take over a role?